the fuck up! Shut up! Shut up!
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Sir, please. Please, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
You're not gonna leave me here! I'm not staying on this farm! Nothing's gonna change this!
No, take it back to Pop. I can't
intertwine some together like
it's okay. I know someday I'm gonna be with you.
no one can rewrite us. And I know you're gonna need me here with you, but I'm losing myself and I'm afraid you're gonna lose me too.
To deal with things you have no control over. Keep listening to the mixtapes they made you. Overanalyze every single word you hear. Was this a sign that things were going wrong? No, no.
Oh, take me back to the night we met. I had all that most of you some.
안녕. 헬로. 아, 이러다 마주치는 거 아니야? 아니, 잠깐만. 난 주인공도 아닌데 뭐.
Let's hear what you got.
Alright. Well, these little...
Wrap it up.
Dad comes into the living room. Alive then? I say nothing, because I do not feel alive. Dad sits next to me. Are you going to tell me what's wrong? No, I am not.
Feel my heart, Jonas. I think it's broken. I can't leave this place.
I can't help but repeat myself. I know it's not your fault. Still lately I begin to shake for no reason at all.
I'm just tired of being scared all the time. I don't know why. I'm tired of being trying to change and not knowing.
Just come home. Don't let go. If you look into the distance, there's a house upon the hill. Guiding like a lighthouse. It's a place where you'll be safe to feel our grace, cause we've all made mistakes. If you lost your way, I'll leave the light on.
I'll admit, I'm a blabbermouth, a non-stop talker, a chatterbox, and basically any other word you want to use. I can't even tell you how many times I've been told by a teacher to stop talking. But when it comes to emotions, I shut off. You know I trust you when I open up to you. I wake up to the pinging on my phone instead of an alarm clock. 5:07 a.m. And I wondered what it was all about. I wish I didn't ask. Watching people's stories on Snapchat and reading a story so familiar it felt real. 'Cause it was. The private vents to somebody I truly trusted. That school day was horrible. Constant staring at me, side eyes from everyone, pointing to me then whispering to their friends. I felt like the new enclosure at the zoo. I came home and sat in my bed, rethinking the past events. I can't change the past, but I can determine my future. Just remember, vents lead to other rooms.
You said that you love me. I just wish you can do. I don't want you for.
My last Get Ready With Me, I briefly said something about me literally bawling my eyes out in class, and y'all wanted a story time. So here's that story time on how I literally went to a guy in my class. I don't mean to be that annoying person that doesn't get straight to the point, but this story needs context. So basically, my history teacher, he's a very not political, but political man, and he likes to do debates in class, and I talk a lot. I love debates. I love arguing. I love it. That's my shit. So every time he does a debate, I go up in front of the class, stand at the podium, and I talk. But this specific debate was completely different than the rest. And it was about the Second Amendment, which, if you don't know what the Second Amendment is, it's the right to bear arms. And so we had to either be on can I say this word on TikTok? I'm going to use the word pew. Pro pew pew or against pew pew. And I went on the against side because I've had some very unfortunate things happen in my life revolving around pew pews. So the debate was going as normal. People were pulling up statistics. I was pulling up statistics. And then the teacher says something about, I just fucked up my eyebrows. He said if you bring up personal stories, then it makes your debate 10 times stronger. So this guy on my side brings up a personal story, which I'm not going to share on here because it's none of my business, but it was really sad, and everyone was supporting him and felt bad for him. Obviously, I did too because that's a very sad story. And then, so I went up and I shared a personal story about one of my friends who got shot recently. He was 13. It was literally, I think about it every day, and I talk about that story a lot because I'm still not over it. But this specific time, I literally started tearing up, and at this point of me talking about it in front of the class, I wasn't full on crying, but what happened next is what literally made me want to basically after the opposing side said something, someone from the opposite side would go up and say a counter thing, but the teacher specifically said if someone shares a personal story, do not go up and say a counter thing, just change the topic, because you can't counter that. But of course, when I say something personal, this bitch wants to go up and counter something. The point I said before I shared my story was that I said that the number one cause of, can I say this? Self is by parents leaving pew-pews in the house. And that's a fact. It's statistically proven. It's literally a fact. And I know I look super pale right now, guys, trust the process. But then after I share that story, this guy goes up. And he's like, well, it's not the guy who your friend's fault. It's the parents' fault for leaving the pew-pew in the house. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I look over, and after I tell my story, 3 guys are dying fucking laughing at me. Oh my god. I literally look like a ghost. Which I understand what he was saying, like it's the parents' fault, but it wasn't the parents' fault. It was the fact that so many people that are young, not even old enough to have access to a pew-pew, are getting them because they are legal and because no matter where you are, especially if you're in a bad part of town like my friend was, people at any age are gonna have a pew-pew and be able to do whatever they want with it. And so that he just like completely fucking missed the point of my argument and just started fucking saying the dumbest stuff. And then people were laughing at me, which made me cry even more because I'm a fucking crybaby. I cry over everything. And it just made me so mad. And after that guy said something personal before I said something personal, the next person that went up after him completely changed the subject like you were supposed to do and was just talking about how pew-pews bring a lot of money to America, whatever. But how come when I go up, you have to counteract what I said? You can't counteract literal personal experience. That's the whole reason I started crying in the first place, because they were laughing at me and just being totally rude and insensitive to what I said. Like, I literally said that a 13-year-old boy literally got, when he was 13, and, like, it wasn't like he was threatening them or anything. That wasn't the case. They literally just him over an argument. And so when I said that, why is your first instinct to blame my friend? Why is that your first fucking instinct? Do you have no fucking heart? Obviously you don't. And it's like, I get it. You see someone crying in front of the class, you're gonna giggle and stuff, but your reaction should never fucking be, I literally looked over and they were laughing at me and they're like, shut the fuck up. Like, who do you think you are? I will. Okay, that's all I feel like sharing on the internet today. I don't know why I look so horrible right now, but I love y'all so much. Have an amazing day.